I'm going to share a snippet of what he talked about and also link this interview, because if you're a fan not only of Zack Snyder himself but also comic-based movies, I really believe you need to watch this. You need to listen to him articulate and basically tell you exactly what his vision was, where his mind was, where he was taking the DCEU, and why I believe that Warner Brothers and DC would have basically cleaned house financially at the box office had they just allowed this man to do what he wanted to do. Because let me tell you, I had an idea, and he's talked about what he planned on doing with the DCEU, with Justice League. But listening to him now and really break it down with zero pressure, he's really in appreciation of what he's been able to do, but at the same time knowing that he would love the opportunity to finish his masterpiece. So anyway, I'm just going to show a really short snippet of what he talked about, but also share a link, because I really want you guys to go into this link, go see his interview with GQ, because I really believe from this interview you really get an idea of who this man is, why he loves what he loves, why as fans we love this man's content and everything he puts out, not just because we are rabid fans. We are actual fans of what he does, because we know he takes the time to give us exactly what we want. So watch this. Go watch the entirety of this interview. I really believe you'll appreciate it. And I'll see you guys on the next African Comic Guy. Peace.
Justice League.
She begged me with her last breath. And when I killed you, and make no mistake, I will fucking kill you. And I do it slow. I'm gonna honor that promise.
I was endeavoring to meet the studio mandate of getting the movie down to 2 hours, but I always had my director's cut as like the thing that I knew was the actual movie. I lost my daughter to suicide during that time, and I really did try and stick it out as best I could, but in the end, my family and everything that was going on was too much, and we stepped away from the movie. When we stepped away from the movie, it was my impression that the movie was close to being finished. Famously, I've never seen the version of Justice League that was created in my absence. Only suffice it to say that when my wife and Chris saw the movie, they told me never to watch it, and that it kind of is what it is. Once the movie came out, there was a bit of a drumbeat among my fans that this is not the movie, right? There's something's funky. Once I left the movie, I really had no contact with them, to say good or bad. I just said nothing. So the fans were like, well, there has to be a Snyder cut. There has to be a version of the movie that we're not seeing. And look, the truth is that the fans themselves are the ones that were responsible with the intense groundswell that caused the studio. Now, there was a few factors that happened that made the movie real, and those were that I'd gotten a call from the studio when I think the pressure from the fans was at its highest point, was like, what would it take to do a director's cut of Justice League?